out there. I hope so. Um, yeah, I needed to do a video, and I really didn't want to sit in front of the computer and do editing. So this is a live one. It's going to be limited because our internet in the house doesn't reach certain parts of the yard. So I'm hoping it at least covers the majority and doesn't go into like bad screen resolution mode like it has in the past. But we'll try this out anyway. All right, we're at the balcony right now, up high. Highlighting the ground cherries they are in. We've been getting fruit daily. Make sure it's yellowish. Doesn't taste very good when it's still green. And I do tend to get some premature droppage. So like this one looks more green. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but that's more tart. There's still a sweetness to it. Hey, GT Junior. Hi, Kay. Thanks for stopping in. Just eating some of the ground cherries that have fallen. I'm just gonna do a little garden chat for a few minutes because I didn't want to shoot a whole thing and then do some editing. So we're doing this. How's everybody's week been? It's been pretty uneventful for me. We came home from a long weekend, a mini vacation. So just relaxing, catching up on the weeds. I'm watering now. It hasn't rained much, really. Plus, these are containers and they need to be watered anyway. So let me do that. Now, the strawberries are not doing as well this year, and I'm not sure why. But I know that they don't always, produce great every year. They take their time. So if last year was a good year, then it goes to say that they'll have a rest period maybe this year. Maybe they'll be good again next year. These have really teeny tiny strawberries on them. They're still good. You're not going to get much if they're only producing one at a time. But the bushes are healthy. Just no ants in them like there was last year. Guess I'll just water it a little bit more. And I have this little trash can here collecting water whenever it rains. So it's kind of warm, the water, from sitting out here in the sun all day. All right, that's that. Let me go downstairs, show you what else we've got happening. Anybody got weekend plans? I sure don't. All right, downstairs we go. Yes, I grew ground cherry from seed. Sorry, I missed that. They're really easy. Like tomatoes, pretty much. But I do get volunteers. I didn't get as good with the volunteers this year as I normally do, but there's a few volunteers out there. I'm in the porch now. I'm not sure how the cast is going to be get over here because it kind of cuts off around here. So I'll be real quick. I have my lettuce, like 3rd time's the charm, I guess, because they finally are getting some size to them and they look good and delicious, ready to eat. So I'm looking forward to those. I put them up here because they kept just getting nibbled when they were down on the ground. And then my main thing I wanted to show you was that I had started fall planting. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a ton of fungus gnats on here. So this is my first time experiencing the fungus gnats, and it makes sense because I used outdoor potting soil and outdoor soil and everything outdoors, so it makes sense that there would be fungus gnats, but I wasn't expecting it. Oh, that's really there we go, in the shadow. Yeah, so what did I start? And hopefully something will come up. I have, where are we? Broccoli, calabrese in purple. I got collards, the cabbage I'm going to try again. Got Swiss chard. I have something coming up, but I'm not sure if it's going to make it. I had the broccoli come up, but then it disappeared, so yeah. I'm trying cilantro and dill again because they got eaten fairly quickly in the early summer. Fennel is new to me. I'm trying Brussels sprouts again because there's only 1 or 2 that survived the last planting. Leeks, because I'm going to try to overwinter these, and the leeks I already have are starting to bolt. Marshmallow, because I have not yet had success with this plant. Nasturtium, just, you know, to get me through the summer if they come up. And yarrow, this is the whatchamacallit, the pastel blend. All I have is the golden, so I want to increase my yarrow, so I figured I'd get them in now instead of waiting till next year. We'll see how that goes. Hi. I wish I knew your name, Phil Am Gardening. Como esta? I know. I watch all your videos. I don't comment, but I do watch all of them. All right, back to the house where you can get better reception than outside again. Oh, in the house, I wanted to highlight a couple things I'm doing. I harvested some yarrow, so I'm making yarrow. Oh, don't look at that, that's honey. But this is yarrow leaves and flowers. So this is oil, grapeseed oil. So I'm going to save it just to, if I need to make a salve, I'll have this on hand. And then was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I went and harvested a little bit late my lavender, but this is like the not so nice leaves and flowers. I'm using it to make a hair rinse, so it's vinegaring. I'm making a vinegar for a hair rinse is what I meant to say. So it just started. So that's lavender there. And I have the good leaves in the dehydrator. All right, we're gonna step outside and hope the video quality doesn't drop. Boy, I'm out of commission holding the camera this long. My arm hurts already. I had done a lot of pre-recorded stuff before we went on vacation, so I haven't really held the camera for a while. All right, hope this stays. I have in the front here, really nice basil finally. I've already done a harvest. This needs a second harvest. The leaves are nice and big. I'm gonna wait till the morning when they're their freshest, their optimum flavor. And then I have little ones in there that need sunlight. So clearing out some of the bigger ones would help. And I see I'm starting to get that, or the leaves start to blacken, some kind of fungus. So yeah, I want to get those before I lose them. I'm going to flip the camera because I'm doing a lousy job holding it this way. Yes, we need more arm exercises. All right, here we go. Now I feel better. We have here some volunteer tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. The marigold has started to take over this bed. This should be parsley. No, is this parsley? I can't remember. No, is this dill or parsley? I forgot, but it's self-seeding. So next year I shouldn't have to worry about whatever this is. I think. It could be cilantro too, because I did have a volunteer. This could be cilantro. I guess I could taste the seeds and see if they taste like what is it? Coriander? Yeah, coriander. Yeah, I'll have to see if they're dill or not. Because they went to seed really quick, so I didn't get a chance to pay attention to them much. But they'll self-seed at least and give me a lot of them next year. Something I need more of, but I haven't been very good at, is this black cumin. So these are going to be ready soon. I did a little weeding here this earlier, but the the chamomile is on its way out, so that'll self-seed as well. So that's something that'll come back next year. Sage is doing good. Oh, margarita pizza. Hi, Slop House. Margarita is so good. That's our favorite. We always order that. Like, we do half of cheese for the kids and half margarita for the adults. We have a really good pizza place here. So this was a surprise. Back in, like, I don't know, maybe it was like my attempt at fall gardening last year. I had put apparently feverfew in the ground and it didn't do anything. No, it wasn't in the ground. It was inside. And it didn't do anything, and then I forgot what it was. So I planted it here. It was just a tiny little thing, and it came to flower, and it looks like chamomile. So I thought, oh, chamomile. And then I looked closer and saw that the leaves were different. And then I realized, oh my God, my feverfew actually came up. I'm so happy. So I can actually harvest this and use them for their purposes instead of mixing them in with the chamomile, even though I'm sure they would do well together. This is another one of those plants that I had put in and I'd forgotten what it was. So, and hasn't flowered yet. So I don't know what this one is going to be when it does. So that's a mystery plant there. I also have a couple of, nope, I don't think this is it. I think this is a weed. It looks like tomatillo, because I have tomatillo volunteers everywhere, but this is not it. This is something else. So I got to pull this out. And also it's got like aphids on it, so we don't want that. The chia, I don't know how big it's supposed to get, but it's definitely like 5 feet tall. I can't believe it's got that big. And I kept them in whatever container I had them in is how I planted them. I didn't like separate them out. And they're doing fine. So that's good. What else? Oh, this is the sesame. I didn't realize they made pods, so many pods. I thought it would just be like where the flower was, and there was like one flower. So there'll be more sesame seeds than I realized. More volunteer tomatoes. Oh, let's see what else. I got lots of dead stalks of hollyhock everywhere. So I have those self-seeding also everywhere, along with the yarrow that I just throw around once the blooms are spent. So I'll have yarrow flowers in the driveway. Oh, here's another volunteer tomato. These probably won't make it. They're a little bit late to the game, but I've got them everywhere. Here's another one. Here's another one in the rock gravel. So this netted space has done pretty well so far. I see a radish down there, self-seeded. What I'm more concerned about is that this, I think rutabaga survives. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's the last rutabaga I put in here. I had 3. That's the only one that made it. The Brussels sprouts did not make it. And there's plenty of volunteers of this, or whatever weed that is, along with grasses. The celotias are doing well. I have 2. And they're both doing well, so there's one of them. I'm really happy that they're going to be coming up. That'll be exciting to see the flower on that. Yeah, hollyhocks come back. That's right. I love self-seeding and perennials in general. So there's a few good chamomile left that I can harvest still. So this is definitely cilantro because I planted this. So this All the leaves are gone. Only the seeds are left. But I'll have plenty of cilantro in this space, and I'll know what it is because it's pretty clean down here. Not much weeds. I was wondering what was chewing on the chia, and I still haven't found out. So, like, because they're not here. The pest, is it like a grasshopper? Some kind of bird? What makes this type of damage? I mean, I'm not concerned. I'm not going to spray or anything. There's some kind of bug that's probably not friendly. Looks like some kind of stink bug. So I'm still not convinced that this is American spinach. So I'm not eating it, and I'm waiting to see what it does when it flowers, and then I'll save seeds if it does. It looks a lot like foxglove to me, but the package said American spinach. Never did get to harvesting the collards. They're just cabbage moth food, pretty much. I did harvest some of the oregano here, and I can see how people say they are pretty crazy. They're starting to take over already, so I gotta watch out for them. But I have a nice batch of oregano all ready for the kitchen. The sweet potato is doing fine, but the rice is doing really well. I do get more water in there. And the other one still has water in there, so that's okay. These are doing so well, much better than the last time I tried rice. So I'm very happy. Some other green bug. I think I'm just going to point out all the volunteer tomatoes. Here's some growing on the side of the house. There's like several plants in there. Why haven't you done rice? Gotta do rice. Here's one of the lavender that I trimmed back the other day. I tried not to get to the brown so much, still to the green stuff. Here's another volunteer tomato, along with, that looks like an eggplant. What is that? Why is it here? Interesting. We'll see what that comes up as. A little experiment I did in Maine to, I have my rice in pots. You have space. just kidding. I know you have a lot going on. So this sweet potatoes are in really poor clay, heavy clay, plus they keep getting nibbled on. So the experiment here is to see if they ever produce anything. So that'll be something. Strawberries are on their way out. I keep taking out the suckers. It's not time for them to propagate yet. Here's another volunteer. I plunked in squash seeds because the squash I have, I think, gotten hit by the vine borer. So I'm trying to get another planting of summer squash in. But otherwise, this bed is just waiting. Here's more volunteers. Ooh, we got a ripe one. So this plant and another one in the back are finally giving me some cherry tomatoes. I haven't tasted this one. Let me see. That one's more sour. The skin is thinner than the one in the back. So this reminds me of the Super Sweet 100 when I had those. And the one in the back reminds me more of the Sun Gold. The Tiny Tim are still green. Can't believe how long it takes for these to ripen. But there's a lot of them. So I'm very happy. And the plants I just put in are also doing well. I haven't figured out exactly if I love the green stalk. Um, it requires like more babysitting, I would say, for some things. Plus, things get shaded out. It's like I haven't figured out the right configuration. Never mind that like pests keep attacking things, so I hardly have any harvest. This looks so pretty. I wish they weren't so full of holes, so I would want to eat them. And something I need to water more is the celery in here. But they didn't do too badly. Oh, I'm feeding the spent, not spent, the bolting lettuce to the chickens. And there is let's see, the strawberry, here we go. This one is fruiting again. This was the special one. Proven Buried Treasure Pink. That one. But something also knows that that is fruiting and has taken some of the good fruits before I got to them. All right, we'll make our way to halfway of the yard. Just wanted to show some hydrangeas. And the limelight finally is coming in, but not as big as in prior years. So I don't know what happened there, that they're a little bit stunted this year. Because these other ones did really well. That one could have done better. But these two did really well this year versus the other years. But for some reason, the limelight is having the opposite. Yeah, it is a big yard. It's too big. Sometimes I long for those suburban homes with the square yard. But then I wouldn't have nearly as many plants. So grass is not always greener. I got to pull out the spent zinnias. Plus, we're starting to get some mildew. Ah, this artichoke. I've been meaning to do something about it. All right. I don't know what is wrong with me and growing artichokes. The first year, it was fine. But after that, I can't get them past this stage. What is going on? And it's not even full of aphids like other ones have been in the past. So I don't know what's keeping this from growing. I keep fertilizing it. I water it. And that's as far as it's gotten. The lantana needs watering. Yep. It's dropped its blooms at the moment, but they always come back with more. This was doing really well a few days ago. Well, not so much the grape. The grape, I think, is lost. Somehow it was doing well, and then it just started to go downhill. But the collard next to it was doing much better than it's looking now. So I don't know. Must be something in the root system that's bothering these. I threw in some fertilized, whatchamacallit, Hollytone or something like that. It's got acidifying properties, so higher in sulfur, to help the blueberries not be that color. Like the blueberries I've had for a while don't have a problem with the soil they're in. They're perfectly green, but the ones I just bought are all looking like it's fall already. And I guess it could be the container, but these are like plastic pots. So they're holding more, I assume, holding the water better than the fabric pots that the other ones are in. Oh, I had some kitchen potatoes going bad, so I plunked them in the spaces there. I should be harvesting these potatoes soon. I keep saying to myself, they're still green, leave them alone. But at least this purple one looks like it could be ready. So the okra is coming along. Ouch. There's ants, aphids. They like to live in there along with the eggplant as well. The eggplant's starting to flower. Yay! So we're gonna have eggplants. Now I wasn't sure if I'd planted these too closely, but I don't have the heart to thin them. So it's a little bit, I have 9 here in this little space. The 4x2 space. I have 9 eggplants. We'll see how that goes. The same for the okra. They're in a small space for a lot of plants. I know these get really big. And the corn. Some of the corn are tasseling or have tasseled, and we have some corn coming up. But look at all the aphids. Yuck. And you can't spray it. I mean, you can, but then you knock down all the pollen, the useful pollen. So I know I had this last year and they were fine. So just let it be what it be. Yeah, I doubled my corn. I doubled down on corn this year, hoping to get something. But it takes corn a long time to come up here in New York. It's not till September, even October, that we get good fruit. All right, we got. So I ended up planting borage because the volunteers, which I was expecting to have, took forever to come up. So I was like, oh no, I don't have any borage. Let me plant some, which is fine. It's not like you can have too much borage, but yeah, the volunteers are tiny and they're late, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not concerned. It's just borage, but I just feel like annoyed that it's not borage season. This is one of the beans, the pole beans, yard long beans, doing well. This is the Paul Robeson, I think. There's also some volunteers here, so I'm not sure. Like, this is a volunteer. So I'm not really sure which is the one I planted. I think maybe it's this one. No, it has to be these two because I probably had 2 plants. Well, anyway, there's some fruiting going on. Flowering. Not fruiting. Flowering. I lost my... What did I lose? The glacier bush. And I nearly lost the gobstopper. But they left me a little twig here to keep going. So maybe at the end of the season, I'll still be able to get my gobstopper in. This is a volunteer. I have no idea what this is. Over here, we have a San Marzano. That looks like blossom end rot. So, but it's not as bad as it was last year. Only one so far, maybe that one, but the others are good. And usually the first flush of fruit show a lot more of the blossom end rot for me. I've got a lone basil in there. Well, there's a few. Not that one. This one's also. There's another bean. And this is, which one's this? This is the San Marzano. No, this is the Opalka. This is the Opalka tomato. I'm also getting a lot of this, which I shouldn't worry about too much, but I still do. I want to cut them off. I do cut them off. Probably spreading the disease everywhere. And here's another San Marzano doing nicely without blossom end rot. Got a couple of those fruit bunches. This is the mung bean. A lemon basil. It's already going to flower. Oh my goodness, I gotta get on pinching that back after this thing. Oh, I'm playing with this fence that I put up to keep the rabbits out. This one, I don't even know. I think this is Dr. White Cheese. Yeah. No fruit yet. This should be a Cherokee Purple. Well, this one has fruit. That one does not. So those look good. And then, let's see, we got, that's another basil. I don't know. I don't want to figure it out. Another tomato. This I just seeded, a month ago, I guess. This is one of the ones I had lost early on. So what did I do? The hillbilly. This should be the hillbilly. And this is the black tula. And they're not looking that great. I'm really annoyed that they're not looking that great. All right, this is a green tomato, Aunt Ruby's German green. This one should be, what is this? Oh, this is a volunteer. It's outside the area that it belongs in. This is either a San Marzano or an Opalka, because that's what I had planted here last year. So if I volunteered, it would be one of those. This, which one's this? Black Krim. It's tiny still. It's barely grown. And I like Black Krim the most so far in all the tomatoes I've been growing. And the Brandywine's got little teeny tiny fruit. Yeah. Oh, there was something I wanted to show you. What was it? I had fruit. The Paul Robeson started to have fruit, but it's cat facing, which is blossoms that are smushed together, making multiple fruits. So there's like 2 and there's like 3 in that one. So I pulled those off because I don't find those fruit very appealing. So here's the volunteer that tastes like sun gold. So this one I've just let sprawl. I've got a cage, but the cage is being toppled over. Yummy, yummy. It's really good. But the skin is tougher. So no activity here. I've said in previous that I'm just letting these spinach go to seed, like directly, and hoping it self-seeds spinach for me, so I don't have to plant any. So that's the plan. What I do have also is the shishitos. I have no idea when to harvest these. Like, I feel like I should wait for them to turn color, or maybe so they're more flavorful. So that's what I'm going with, but I don't know if I maybe should not be doing that. So we have a good little plant of shishito. This bell pepper still has just 1 bell. There's still enough season to get a couple more, so I'm not too worried. They are ready. Okay. I'm gonna blister them like most people are saying to do with shishitos. All right, the jalapenos are coming in. I definitely want to wait for these to redden. I know I've grown these enough that I do want some color on the jalapenos. But we got a lot of jalapenos. I'm really happy with the fruiting on this one so far, or 2. There's 2 of them. The sweet banana, yeah, so far only one of the plants is producing, but we've got good size on them. The other one has always been stunted, and it's flowering, so shouldn't be too long before that flowers. Now the late fruiter, yes, grilling. They get spicy when they mature. My husband likes it spicy, so I'm mainly growing it for him. I'm making hot sauce, the fermented stuff. He really likes it. And also, I dry it and I make powder. So he really likes the stuff I made last year, so I'm hoping to replicate. So this is the Ancho Poblano finally coming in with fruit. So the plant is pretty big. So it's coming in good. There's 2 of those too. And then in here are beans. Other than the zucchini, the beans we've got. I don't know. I can't read the labels, but I know this is Lima over here, so they haven't come up yet. I got flowers. There's more, ow, scratchy. There's more mung beans that I stuck seeds in, but they're getting shaded out right now. There's, what are these? Yeah, I feel like I see remnants of maybe a vine borer. I know they're in other plants, but I feel like there's something down there so that this plant is not long for the world. I've gotten a couple of harvests, but you can see here a failed pollination. There's one more for now coming up. See how if that makes it through. All right, what other? Soybean. I finally got a respectable soybean plant to grow. Last year was really puny. It gave me puny soybeans, but this year, this is a good size plant. So I'm hoping, should be two of them, that I'll have good sized pods. It's really hard to grow beans because you need a lot of beans, and I don't have enough real estate to devote to beans. But look at these. The flowers look like beans, like they're kidney shaped. And antsy. Ugh. And then this is more of the soybean, the mung beans, not soybeans, mung beans. And this one, what is this one? Is the tag for that one? I don't know. Kidney. One of this is kidney, or these two are kidney. Red kidney beans. Oh, we got little bean pods starting up. So cute. Uh-oh. Ugh, just broke my thing. Yeah, you can see what this bed looks like. But that parsley looks really good over there. I need to harvest that, even though I have no shortage of parsley in my house. But that is looking really healthy. And the other one that I want to harvest soon, I'm waiting for a rain. Maybe that'll bulk it up just a little bit more, is this kohlrabi. This is my first good size kohlrabi I've gotten. And this one's coming up, but I don't know if it's going to make it, looking stunted from all the leaf damage. But I'm still waiting for those, but they definitely are going to be stunted because they barely have any leaves on them. So this, I keep forgetting to tell you about in all the videos I've shot so far. Watermelons and cantaloupe. But this took me 3 attempts also to seed. And finally, the third time took. This is the Sugar Baby. And this is the Haley's Best. And there's like 2 or 3 plants. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, per bag. And I don't want to thin them because what if something happens and now I have 0? So I'm going to leave the 3 in there and hope for the best. So I just got to get on the watering. But it was really sad that these weren't coming up at all in the beginning. So I'm so happy they're here now. All right, over here we had kale from last year and also broccoli from last year. So they had gone to seed. And then I took the seed pods like this and just bent them into the bed because they were out of the bed. So I should have volunteers next year. And also in my pathways, I should have volunteers. But hopefully I will have volunteers so I don't have to keep planting that. I need to water these beds. But so far the ashwagandha is still alive. Everything here is still alive that I planted a couple of weeks ago because the chipmunks are less in population right now and the rabbits don't get through this. So I've been able to save my Brussels sprouts and my rutabaga that I planted here. This is the other celosia looking really good. And the amaranths, a couple kinds of amaranths back there. So it's not much to look at, and hopefully it's not going to get all eaten up by the worms. So they'll survive to the fall. Thank you, Kay. Appreciate you. Oh, I have plants. I have some in pots down there that I need to get in the ground soon. So that's if the weather stays cool. It was nice today. It was in the 80s, but it was a nice, perfect summer day type. Nice breeze. The sun wasn't too strong. We still have some snapdragons, around. So that's pretty. And then a mini flush of foxglove after I trimmed them back. So we have a mini flush coming in, some flowers. Everything just needs watering at this point. The ginger is doing well here. This other ginger that I just put in, I need to weed. Not today. That just came in. I gotta rotate so that it doesn't grow weird too much. Okay. So the loofah's finally fruiting. You can see a little tiny thing. Some flowers. But I'm really sad about the carrots. Something's taking them out. The leaves and the roots. They're getting thinner and thinner by the day. So I'm afraid I was doing so well with the carrots. Now I'm going to have like 5 left over. But yeah, they're still here. I do want to get another fall sowing of carrots. That is on my list. Oh crap, I forgot about the stinking cucumbers. I have no shortage of cucumbers. I've already done, a refrigerator load of them. And now, oh my God, there's too many. Well, the chickens are going to eat good. So I don't know what to do with all these. Where was the other one? Yep, there it is. Anything else down here? The Moroccan squash has not started producing yet. Even if I could tell what. Oh, there's another cucumber I didn't see. Did you top it? What are you talking about, Philam? What should I have topped? Oh, the foxglove? Yes, I topped the foxglove. Yeah, the cucumber plants are doing really well this year. I'm trying to see what else is down here. Yep, this has escaped the trellis. There's two more volunteer tomatoes. The Swiss chard is being drowned over here. They don't look too good anyway, so that's okay. Yeah, as well as any greens are also getting shaded out. But I'm hoping they make it through the fall, and then I'll worry about them then. We've got honey nut looking good. So far, did I have 2 yet? Only this one so far. Nope. Well, yeah, this one failed. A failed pollination there. Another failed pollination. But there's one that's got hope. So the honey nut should do me well. What I'm worried about is the acorn. I only have one. One. And that should be a good size because it's not competing with anybody else. What's really looking good is this, the Blue Hubbard. And I've got one more big one. And maybe this one if it gets pollinated. But there's plenty of season to go, so I should get several more of that guy. And I hope. Now, this cucumber is definitely suffering from the vine borer because I can't get you in there, but I can see the frass all over the vine, and we've had die-offs, plenty of die-offs recently. So I know something's gone to that. The sunchokes, look how tall that is. That is now, let's see, 6 feet. It's elevated, so I'm accounting for that, but that's 6 feet tall now. And luckily I had the forethought to put this little cage into it, because these things tend to flop over willy-nilly when the wind blows. So I'm glad that's protected. And also it allows for the grapes here. The only grapes, I only ordered one. One survived. The other one I got a freebie. So this one's doing really well. So I'm happy. So happy about that. So here's the bolting leek. There's a couple that flower there already. Yeah, I'll save the seeds. Oh no. Okay. I lost it there. I knew I was getting too far away. I was getting too far from the live. I hope you're all still here. Froze them, put them in the chicken water for smoothies. Okay, good. That's a good way to use up the cucumbers. The loofah, try to cut the top to have more vines. Oh, okay. All right. All right, here is the other Blue Hubbard, which is definitely suffering. It was doing really well. It had fruit, but it's not going to make it because the vine has been compromised. So it's dying slowly but surely. Now I am doing better-ish on these melons because I've been covering them up in the evenings. So the rabbits don't get them. The vole, I don't know. There's not as much activity with them, but I guess they haven't cared to nibble on these. Yeah, I know. I can't give up on melons just yet. I can't give up on anything just yet. I'm just obsessed with trying to grow everything. Yeah, so once I get to that part of the property, the internet dies on me, so I'm not gonna try to do that. But that's pretty much where it ends. I got those strawberry pots surviving. Now here's my remnants of the lavender. It's gonna be compost. Yeah, the Japanese beetle really went to town on the strawberries, but they'll bounce back. Oh, we had a really good harvest. Well, not really a harvest. I ate them all, like off the plants, but we had a really good season of raspberries, but they're gone now. It was a quick week of them, but I had a good nibble for a bit. Yep. All right, I need to get to weeding like a lot because I can't even see where the asparaguses are. But they're in there. Now they did get decimated more by the Japanese beetle. And I can see like 2 different beetles on them right now. But they do grow, try to grow more green stuff, leaves. Here we go. This is a good example. They will regrow green leaves so that they can capture more chlorophyll before they go into dormancy. So they will survive. But it is ridiculously overgrown. We haven't mowed in weeks. We have not been on top of it. But this is pretty typical summertime stuff. Plus I have a lot of female asparagus. I still have seeds. So I keep saying I'm going to replace these, but I never get to. But I do still have seeds from the packet that I could replace these with. So here's one that had been hacked apart by, I think, the lawnmower, and it grew more green fronds from the bottom. Well, all right, we've made as much as I can do as far as the garden. Flip you over. Yep, that's all I can do without losing internet. Thank you for hanging out. I think I've updated you on everything. I always miss something. Here's a citronella plant. It's doing really well. Oh, the aloe. The aloe I had put over by the over here, and something kept digging it up and making a mess. And then I had like a whole bunch of baby plants and everything. They dug this up. This was on the ground. This was the only one intact. So I was able to save it, and now it's got babies coming up. But I'm hoping to get another succulent to fill this in. That has to go back inside for the winter. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out with like fungus gnats and stuff that might have gotten in there. I don't know. But yeah, that's that. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, these lives are good because I can just ramble on and not have to worry about editing. But it is annoying not to be able to do the whole yard. I might get a booster, I guess they call it. I'm gonna check out Best Buy and see what they have, so we can make this fuller and longer. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate you. Anybody in the replay watching, thank you for hanging out, taking your time. Yeah, you'll get another video from me next week. I don't know about what, but maybe a harvest. Maybe we'll have something to harvest by next week. There's always cherry tomatoes and cucumbers. I should get those harvested. But I want to wait till tomorrow because morning time is the best time, right? All right, I'm going to stop now. Thank you. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.